Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to All India Radio Houston. I am Dr. Nik Nikam. You're listening to 1090 AM KULF Radio. You can also listen to us on KULFradio.com, or you can watch us on YouTube, which is live streamed at this time. You just go to YouTube under my blog Nik Nikam, and you can see me and my guest Swapan Dhirayawan. Anyway, we're going to get to. Today we got two exciting topics we would like to discuss. The first topic is going to be, of course, India Culture Center and its upcoming India Fest on 2014 India Fest on 16th of August. That's going to be next Saturday. And during second half of the hour, I'm going to be talking about something that is more close to my medical profession, and that is the Ebola crisis 2014. Is there a real crisis? We're going to unravel the mystery, everything concerning Ebola virus infection and everything else. First, let's begin with our India Culture Center. My special guest is Swapan Dhirayawan, and he's been a long-standing member of the Indian community, Indian leader, and India Culture Center. Swapan, welcome to All India Radio.
Good morning, Dr. Saab. Good morning, Houston, to all the listeners of All India Radio Houston.
Okay, since you are a Hindi expert, if you want, you can answer my questions in Hindi, and maybe I'll try to learn some Hindi in asking questions.
Sure, namaskar, namaskar.
All India Radio तरफ से आपको स्वागत.
धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद.
अच्छा, बोलिए ये इंडिया कल्चर के बारे में कुछ
जानकारी देंगे जरूर. We will talk about the India Culture Center.
Yeah.
I'll off and on be talking in English and in Hindi because for the listeners' sake, kind of,
sure.
And for the YouTube watchers as well.
That's true.
Let me tell you a little bit about ICC,
Yes.
that is India Culture Center Houston.
Yes.
This is the oldest organization in Houston.
Yeah.
Right since 1973, almost 41 years now it has been in existence. Yeah. And it was one of the oldest bodies started at that point of time by social networking groups, basically the University of Houston students.
Long before Facebook and Twitter and all this.
Long before that. Just after my birth, maybe.
I know.
But this was way back in Houston when the UFS students, they got
I
together.
see. Yeah.
And they didn't have much activities or anything like that.
I see, yeah.
And then they used to do some social nights, the pakoda nights, the movie nights.
The movies were like rare. You had to get those old reels.
Exactly, reels, projectors, and everything like that. But they were very much into the Indian culture. They wanted to preserve the Indian culture, and there is when the seeds of the India Culture Center got sowed. And my hats out to all the past presidents who have worked whole lot in this organization.
40 years. Okay, let's talk about what is the mission and objective of India Culture Center as we speak today.
Okay, sure. The mission is very simple. It is serving the Indo-American community in Greater Houston.
Yeah.
That's a simple statement. But it encompasses a whole lot of issues, a whole lot of factors, and a whole lot of scenarios in which ICC works. It works more of a coordinating link between different groups, I would say, different organizations.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to come to. India is the most secular country in the world.
Exactly.
Long before America got talking about diversity.
Well, long before America talked about diversity, they talked about secularism, they talked about encompassing everything and being a potboiler. India was what it was.
That's right.
Way back for centuries.
Centuries, that's right. Okay, let's talk about who are your officers at this time.
Okay. How the ICC works is basically the India Culture Center has 15 board of directors at large.
Yeah.
And then there are 7 trustees.
Yeah.
The board of large is basically elected body.
Yeah.
Which is 16. And 7 trustees are basically a selected body.
Yeah.
The elected body, out of the elected body, which is from the membership base of ICC, of course.
Yeah.
And out of that, 5 persons are executive officers.
I see, yeah.
And those are the president, the vice president, the secretary, the treasurer, and of course the past president.
So these are the people working in the trench for the given year.
Exactly. They are in the trenches. They are working their sweat off over there.
Yeah.
So these are the executive committee. And of course there is the trustee board also, which is a 7-member board. This year, for that matter, I'm just leading as the chief trustee of the ICC at this year.
Yeah.
So just to name a few,
Yeah.
the board of the executive committee is led by our president, Charlie Patel.
I see. Yes.
He is the president.
I guess hopefully, if I think Charlie Patel said he was going to call us,
Yeah.
and ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All India Radio Houston, and we are talking about the India Culture Center and India Fest 2014. This is a 1090 AM KULF radio. If you'd like to join in the conversation, the number to call here is 281-983-9550. And my special guest is Swapan Dhirayawan. Okay, let's proceed.
So about the officers, as you mentioned, he is the president.
Yeah.
We have the vice president, Harshad Patel. We have the secretary, Jasmita Singh.
Yes.
And treasurer, which is Falguni Gandhi. So that's how these people are, and they have been working a lot. Everyone is a professional.
I know.
In ICC, everyone is a professional.
Yeah.
They put in a lot of volunteer hours, and they put a lot of things for the community's sake.
That's absolutely right. I know India Culture Center is involved in a lot of activities throughout the year. Before we get into that, I would like to take a moment to talk about the Hindus of Greater Houston, which you are also a strong supporter and a member. We are talking about Hindus of Greater Houston bringing the 25th Grand Celebration of Janmashtami at George R. Brown Convention Center on August 23rd, 2014 from 6 p.m. till midnight. And ladies and gentlemen, the Lord Krishna himself will be descending onto the George R. Brown Convention, the role which is being played by Saurabh Raj Jain, and he's going to be coming from Bombay, and he's going to play his role as Lord Krishna during the Janmashtami celebration. And there's also going to be a lot of other activities like Mayapuris, dance, music, and of course Sajda Sisters, and of course the big Garba.
Big Garba, lot of food. Free event. Downtown, you have to be there, Hall E.
That's right. So for information, contact Partha Krishna Swami, and his number is 713-962-8523. You're listening to All India Radio Houston, and my special guest is Swapan Dhirayawan. Now he's talking about India culture. So he wears many hats, so this is one of his hats. That's right. So let's talk about all the different activities the India culture is involved throughout the year.
Let me tell you a little bit more, since
Yes.
you asked me about the officers and the
Oh, yes.
board as well. ICC is also affiliated with most of the organization. How that works
that is,
there are different community organizations like Gujarati Samaj of Houston, Telugu Cultural Association, the Tamil Association, which is Bhalti Kala Mannaram.
Yeah.
All these associations have their own bodies.
We got a new one, Telangana Association.
Oh, yes, exactly.
I had
is
Vaigara Reddy on the show. We talked about Telangana State.
Okay, awesome. He was a past president ICC
I know.
2008 too.
Yeah.
So basically all these associations, they get affiliated and become partnering organizations with ICC.
Yeah.
And their one representative sits on the ICC board too. So along with the 16 board of large, there is a possibility, and there are 15 board directors who are from affiliate organizations.
Different organizations, yes.
So that's how we coordinate with various organizations.
See, that's where your secularism comes into picture. You know, in reality, a lot of them talk about secularism, but it's just like in talk shows or other associations. But India Culture Center has, practically it is involved.
That's so true. As regards the other question which you just asked me about the activities throughout the year, is basically the India Fest 2014 this year.
Yes.
But India Fest is basically the Independence Day celebrations that we have. August 15th is our Independence Day.
Yes, yes.
So that is what we celebrate on a grand scale in Houston.
Yes.
This is going to be the 68th such one. And we celebrate after that the Republic Day. You know, over here they call it the Constitution Day.
I see,
But we back home call it the Republic Day because in 1950, when our Constitution was promulgated, that's the time that we celebrate over here as a Republic Day.
That's on January 26th.
26th January.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, I still remember. So.
Oh, yeah.
I left, I went to medicine. So.
But you're good at it. Your GK and your history is good.
I don't know. Okay.
The other activities which we partner with various organizations are usually the Mahatma Gandhi birthday celebration and the Shraddhanjali celebrations. ICC is fortunate enough in 2003, Dr. Saab, as you know, the Herman Park, the Mahatma Gandhi statue which was there. ICC was the lead organization to get started on that project and get it installed over there through the city of Houston. So that is over there. That is one of the ICC projects. So we are proud about that. And of course, it was donated by the government of India, the statue. But we were the ones who did the groundwork and the spade work out over here.
So where is this located? So if somebody wants to, go and get a glimpse of.
It is in the Rose Garden in the Herman Park. But let me tell you now, if you go today, it won't be there because at the moment they are revamping and doing some beautification at the park, and that's why they have put these statues in the storage. The statue is along with various other statues like the Chinese mouse statue, and then you have the MLK statue over there, all those things, but ours is there on a prominent rose garden too.
That's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All India Radio Houston, and my special guest is Swapan Dhirayawan. We are talking about India Culture Center and India Fest 2014, which is going to be on August 16th at the Stafford Center. We're going to talk about this in more detail in a couple of minutes. Since you mentioned Herman Park, I have to talk to you about Bollywood Blast 2014, which is brought to you by Ratna Kumar and also Arsan Gonda of Rhythm India
at the
Miller Outdoor Theatre. This is going to be a spectacular program on August 31st, 2014 on Sunday 8 p.m. and it's free parking, free admission, and there's going to be plenty of music, dance, and they want you to get on this magic rickshaw and go through the memory lanes of Bollywood music, dance, and everything else. So, it's always attended by like 6,000 to 8,000 people every year, and this is something, ladies and gentlemen, you want to put it on your calendar. Again, we're talking about Bollywood Blast, brought to you by Rhythm India Bollywood Dance Company in collaboration with A.K. Lodi Films. It's going to be on August 31st, 2014, Sunday, 8 p.m., Miller Outdoor Theatre in Houston. We are talking about here with Swapan Dhirayawan about India Culture Center and our upcoming India Fest. India Culture Center is involved in a lot of fundraising type of events. Let's talk about that.
Let me tell you, its fundraising is something related to charitable purpose. That's what it is. Okay, fundraising that we do for ICC for the India Fest is basically to keep the year going for the community, for the organization, because it's a voluntary organization. It has to pay itself.
That's true.
So
they say even all religious organizations have to be run like an efficient business. Otherwise, you won't be able to serve the word of good Lord to the people. Because it is because unless we run it in an efficient manner, you just cannot function.
Yes, non-profits work in that way. That non-profit is a non-profit.
Except you don't get paid.
Yes, exactly.
If you're an accountant, you get paid if you do taxes, but
not really.
Well, I'm plugging that because Swapan Dhirayawan is a CPA, and if you have any tax questions, then maybe you can bring him back.
We will do that again in one of the tax season shows.
Okay,
specifically.
We'll bring you back and talk about taxes. Okay, let's continue with this the charitable functions that are performed by the India Culture Center.
Before that, let me just backtrack and just talk about two more events that ICC does during the year. Is basically they partner with various other organizations for Holi, Diwali. That's what we do. Eid is one of the events that we got started in 2010. And we are proud, and I'm proud about it because it was started during my presidency at that point.
I remember I came to that in India House.
Exactly, and then that is how we brought about the committee and to prove the secular credentials of ICC is what it is. And today, for that matter, we are proud that Indian Muslims Association of Greater Houston has evolved itself and is a big part of the community today. And they are hosting this Eid event on a grand scale, I still remember how it got started in the shackles or in the rooms or something like that. And today it is at the Westies Marriott this year. I'm proud about that.
I tell you, we had the representatives on All India Radio, and of course it's on YouTube. They can go and watch it. We had the Indian Muslims Association.
Hussain.
He was on our program, and I have attended a couple of their programs. And that's why I like about India Culture Center. It is a truly secular association in the real sense, because most of the individual associations, of course, they have their primary
own purpose and vision,
objectives and all these things. But you are true representation of the entire India. I mean, that's what we want All India Radio program to be, a true representation of experience of Indians all together here in the Houston Metroplex area. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All India Radio Houston, and my special guest is Swapan Dhirayawan, and we are talking about India Culture Center and India Fest 2016 and
2014.
Wait,
that's okay. You have fast forwarded yourself.
Okay, 2000. Okay, and I think you also have some sort of scholarships and awards
program. As I was talking about the event, about the charitable purposes of what we are talking about, ICC does some fundraising through the relief fund efforts and gives back to the charities. Going back, I would still remember ICC has worked and done a lot of efforts during the tsunami of India when it happened, the earthquake of Gujarat, which has happened in 2010 when the Haiti earthquake happened. We were there for the relief and we raised the funds through the community, of course. And then that is the thing that went to the Red Cross and everything like that.
Let's not forget Katrina right here in Houston.
Exactly. The similar thing we did was during the Japan tsunami when it happened. We raised the funds and about $3,000-4,000 we gave it to the American Red Cross for spending it on the relief efforts. After that, we partnered with even the Seva International when they had fundraising for the Bastrop wildfire that was close to our heart, just in Texas. So that is what we did. After that, the recent thing which we did was during Hurricane Sandy, we did some relief efforts. And I remember, Dr. Saab, during one of your Dashara Melas is when we put up the booth and we raised those funds and we made sure that we gave it to the American Red Cross.
Oh, that's great. So we can come back. The Dashara Mela is going to be on October 4th here at the Skeeter Stadium in Constellation Field in Sugar Land, Texas. And we are looking forward to a great Dasara festival this year, with a lot of parades and highlights and burning of effigies and all these other things which we'll talk about on another day. Okay, go ahead.
So that is what I just want to mention, because we work with all communities, all organizations. I just want to add that kind of thing over there. And then recently was the Firefighters Club, which happened at the Bhujan restaurant. So ICC pitched in and they did some relief efforts, some fundraising, and we gave it to the Club 100 kind of. So that is about community and charitable purposes mission. Then about the scholarships and awards is basically what we do is the prestigious ICC awards that we give during the Republic Day or the Independence Day kind of. This year we have shortlisted outstanding achievement, which is for high school graduates and for college graduates who are there to be participating in that. And the community has been supportive. We got a whole lot of applications, and out of that, almost 8 candidates will be selected and recognized on our platform on August the 16th at the Stafford Center.
Stafford Center,
So that is what it is. One more thing which I forgot to mention was we talked about the Mahatma Gandhi thing. ICC is proud because 2010, the Mahatma Gandhi district, which got formed, ICC was instrumental to get it started. So that project, I'm very pleased that it happened in 2010, and we are moving forward with it. For more information, you'll be hearing more about it during our upcoming year too.
That's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All India Radio 1090 AM KULF. You can also listen to us on the internet on KULFradio.com, or you can watch this interview live on YouTube at this present time. If you go to YouTube and look for my blog, Nik Nikam, and there you can watch this interview, and it will be all there permanently. I'm sure India Culture Center is not just about just work and charity. I'm sure you got some sort of a fun and excitement coming up, and that's going to be on August 16th.
Yes, 16th? August 16th, Saturday at the Stafford Center. Lot of fun, lot of culture, lot of music, and a lot of entertainment.
Okay.
And food, of course.
Okay. While we are on the field of music, entertainment, and all this, I would like to, take this moment to recognize my great friend Rajendra Singh, who is bringing a Grand Slam program to Houston on September 19th, 2014, starting at 9 p.m. at the Houston Toyota Center. It's involving Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone, and also, Abhishek Bachchan and a whole bunch of other people. So this is going to be probably one of the biggest mega projects for this year. And ladies and gentlemen, you can get your tickets from various Indian grocery stores. Mark your calendar. It's going to be September 19th, 2014 at 9 p.m. at the Houston Toyota Center. Hopefully we can have Rajendra Singh come on All India Radio and talk about this program probably next week or the week following. And we'll get back to India Culture Center, and my special guest is Swapan Dhirayawan, and we are talking about India Culture Center, and the main signature event for this upcoming weeks would be the India Fest. So let's talk about India Fest 2014. What can we expect?
Yes, India Fest 2014 is happening at the Stafford Center on Saturday, coming Saturday. And so this time around, Dr. Saab, we just changed a little bit the format. It used to be mornings that we got started.
That's right,
this time we are starting from 2 p.m. right until the midnight, almost at 11 p.m. So that's the format based on the consensus and based on the feedback that we received from most of the vendors, the sponsors, or the community kind of, So we changed that. So it's going to be the cultural shows, the morning parades, the afternoon parades, the cultural shows. After that, we have our fashion show is going to be there, which is Jasmita is leading. We have the Little Champs, which is happening also. Little Champs is, Dr. Saab, you're going to love it because you're into music too. So this is something about age groups between 5 to 13 is what we are going to audition them actually tomorrow. They are going to be shortlisted out of 4 judges who will be judging out their talent. And the community has a big talent, let me tell you. So there are a lot of kids who will be there. They will be shortlisted, and from among them, 5 of them will be shortlisted who will be on the ICC stage, and they will be recognized, and out of that they will be awarded.
So they will be. Is there going to be a competition? They're going to be singing?
Yes, it will be competition. It will be talent. So they can be singing. They can be playing some drums or tabla or instrument or something like that. We don't know. The talent is diverse.
Absolutely.
So that is going to happen tomorrow, the auditions, but Little Champs is going to be a segment at our India Fest 2014. And of course, after that, we have the Big Bang, which is a musical concert. We have an entire musical team coming from India, great Kalakas from India, and they are going to do some patriotic and some Bollywood and a lot of fun. And the highlight of that is DID star, that is Dance India Dance fame star, Kamlesh.
I see.
He is going to be there with this group, and he's going to perform too.
Oh, that's great. And this is going to be starting at 2 p.m. and I hope it's free.
It's a free event. It is free parking, of course. ICC, we started that almost, I would say, 4 to 5 years back. We said that it's not worth doing all that hassle and working on the ticketing and all those stuff. So we just get a sponsor for someone that they can just pay off on the tickets,
cover
the expenses of that. So we have different levels of sponsorship also for that.
Okay, if somebody wants to sponsor, I mean, it's not late, but who do they get in touch with?
They can get in touch with Raju Bhausa, who is the event chair. You know Raju, he has been a community member, he has been a past president ICC. So he is the event chair this time. His number is 281-217-7330.
Okay, let's talk about food because wherever you go, first thing I want to make sure that we have enough vendors.
Oh yeah. And we have enough vendors, and this is going to be an afternoon event. So we have food from Vishala, who is great.
Okay,
we have Mirch Masala, who brings a lot of chaat. So that is something which is a great item. And we have Hot Breads, who have their great stuff also from Hilltop, and all of them are going to cater to the community at the India Fest 2014 with lots of stuff. Of course, it's being summer, there will be ice cream.
Ice cream and cool drinks. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All India Radio Houston. I'm Dr. Nik Nikam. This is a 1090 AM KULF radio, and my special guest is Swapan Dhirayawan, and he's representing India Culture Center, and we are talking about India Fest 2014, which is going to be held on 16th of August 2014 at the Stafford Center from 2 p.m. onwards. It's free and free parking. And let's talk about booths. You know, I mean, you got plenty of space for.
What